I dealt with some extreme, serious internet problems. I thought I had it fixed. Did a test stream the other day. It had no issues, but of course some weather's blowing in, so I'm afraid my internet's going to be a little wonky, but hopefully not. We're going to hope for the best. So we're here. We're ready to do this. I'm so excited. Voices have already begun. That's what actually made me hit the go button, because we have to. I just can't wait. I've been thinking on this game all week. I was so inspired after playing last week with this crew. And if you are here for the first time, welcome to the channel. I'm Little Red Dot. This is where I play ridiculous games like this one. And we tell stories together as people in the world because I love stories and other people like stories. They bring us together. So here we are together to tell this story tonight. Fate of the Appliance Wars, which is a post-apocalyptic story, but not from the perspective of humans. From that of the appliances that gained sentient life thanks to one of the bombs that dropped. So, before we recap the events of last week and talk about a few things, including the drama bar, yonder? Down there. Yeah, down there. Okay, got it right. The drama bar down yonder, as well as the cup below it, where you can drop fun things in by giving bits, by following the channel, and by subscribing. And we'll talk more about ways for you to get involved in the story, but first let's go around to this cast and, oh, I love playing with these people. And you guys introduce yourself and talk about what appliance you're playing. And just for the, I don't know, just for shits and giggles, let's also have you talk about what was the most impactful thing that your appliance dealt with last week. Like, what's the thing that stuck with them that may give them nightmares, or I don't know, might have inspired them? Just something really.
She misses the good old days. All these electronic appliances, ugh, everywhere. It's disgusting. Needs electricity. But I think the thing that impacted her most was they ripped her curtains and upholstery.
They so did. And you kept them up even in...
I did.
Like...
Not a single rip or tear.
Even after bombs dropped on our country, you still kept the curtains up.
I did.
Well, tonight we might learn that there are more important things.
What?
Than curtains. I don't think there could be such a thing. Oh my. Moving right along, we have Mythmatic. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. I am Mythmatic. Hi. I am playing Vinny or Victor. Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm Vinny. Vinny Victrola. He is a crank gramophone. Yeah, because a phonograph is the cylinder.
Oh, did you find your identity?
So yeah, someone said posted that the cylinder is the gramophone. Anyway, he is still he doesn't know that thing. So he's still a bit of a bit of identity crisis between a gramophone and or phonograph. He is an old timey showman with a criminal ties into the Victrola family, the Brand family, very mafia style. My favorite part of last week or the most impactful part, I think, was probably when that vacuum cleaner, I don't remember his name.
Oh God, what was the vacuum cleaner's name?
Harold.
Spare parts.
Vincent.
Howard.
I think it was Howard. I want to say it was Howard. Anyway, when the vacuum cleaner, I think, burned.
Oh yeah, and came tumbling down the hill.
Yeah, tumbling down the hill on fire, and there was like a poignant scene, very like Anakin last moments into Darth Vader scene of that vacuum cleaner. And maybe that's just me embellishing what happened. But anyway, that was probably the most impactful scene for Vinny, seeing that happen and then needing to then try to whip up a makeshift funeral on the spot. So that was fun.
I mean, it was a nice funeral.
Yeah. I mean,
for vacuum.
Yeah, everyone else was trying to talk out the engine blocks that were trying to rain on our parade, but Vinny still had to pay respects. So But that's me. I'm excited to play again. I'm super happy to be here. It was a wonderful, wonderful session last week, and I'm really excited for the rest of the show. So that's me. Cool. Welcome. Hi.
Yeah. Across the way, we've got old Katie.
Hey, I'm Katie, and I play Mikey, the wireless microphone who can't really control his volume. Yeah, he has problems knowing when it's appropriate to speak up, and then when he needs to, he can't. So it's great. The moment I think that impacted him the most was probably the finding the karaoke bar that he was very familiar with, the bring your own mic karaoke bar. Yeah, because those are normal in places. Totally exist everywhere.
Long Island, they are, at least in this game.
Yeah, and like the jukebox going to attack and feeling very betrayed by his friend, what he thought was a friend. So yeah, that was a big impactful thing.
Aww. Yeah, it was and that's actually where we'll pick up, so we'll get to probably meet this karaoke machine. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, you probably have a little history with it as the microphone that got brought in. So. Oh, and speaking of history, somebody with the shady one. The label maker, not Kika.
Wow. Off the record. Yeah, hi. I'm playing Lobelia, label maker that lived in the garage and was a member of the Wire Ripper gang. And the most impactful thing that happened that really stuck with her from the last session was, even though she didn't see it happen, she knows that her entire gang is now dead.
That is true. Oh, that's right. The Soulless came in and wiped out the shop.
The Wire.
Yeah, so she's been acting extra tough.
That's true. Oh, she has, been acting extra tough. And you had, it was interesting. You made a bit of a deal, if I remember correctly, with the air pressure, or the pneumatic staple gun, and his pressure in the garage.
Air compressor.
Yeah, the air compressor. And moving right along, last but certainly not least, we have Mad Gaber Mag. How are you?
I am fantastic. So happy to be here. Had such a good time last week, so I'm eager to jump in. Good times. I am playing Billy Boombox. I'm an old style FM, AM, dual cassette radio with a lot of memories in my heart for all the songs and good times. I like a nice group, I like a good setting. I want to be the life of the party. And so, those days are long gone, but I have some good friends now. I really enjoyed interacting with Mikey. Mike's, he's a little guy, but he's got a big heart. I think the most impactful, for me was bailing past those vision blocks, as a team, as a unit. We were a good gang. We had to drop the nice beat. We all kind of rolled through, They didn't want any of this. They didn't want that. So that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. And I was interested because we started out pretty divided as household appliances go, in your second life, I guess, in your animate life.
Right.
But yeah, last week we met this group of appliances. They came from the same house. Well, was a house. Now it's more a shell of what it once was, as it stands in a world where, as I stated before, nuclear war has ravaged the land. We really drew too much attention, I guess you could say, and the house was attacked, and thanks actually to viewer donations, through bits to fill the drama bar, the Soulless decided to burn the house to the ground. Our appliances managed to escape just in the nick of time with a few spare batteries, parts, and tools, thanks to the label maker, who knew exactly where those were at, and tumbled down the hill. They did, in fact, watch a vacuum bite the dust.
Hey,
It was a bad one. It's okay. And they came in contact with a few sentient car engines and car blocks that didn't really want to let them pass. But okay. Sorry, I was reading chat. And they found themselves in the middle of town, a quaint little Long Island town. But it's not the town that drew them in so much as the radio broadcast coming out of it. The second one they had received of the day. The first one being, of course, that supposedly there's a giant island of trash and junk floating through and down or up the Atlantic, and it's going to ping the edge of Long Island. But this radio broadcast was much more casual. Talked about local happenings, played some tunes, and led them straight into a trap, which is where we're going to start today. The pirate radio in the basement of this bar, if I remember correctly, simply said, "Time to feed you to the karaoke machine?" Is that what I said? Or, yeah, time to feed you to the karaoke machine.
Yeah, and we're all like, huh?
No!
It's not dinner time, excuse me.
Yeah.
So that is where we're going to pick up. Now, the radio, the pirate radio, of course, is, it's not, it cannot move. It is mounted in various parts to the wall. But you can hear the sound of square objects upstairs. Gung, 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 gung. Multiples of them, in fact, seem to be walking around.
They sound square. Cubic feet.
Yeah. Is that just what
Do you mean square like boring or square like actual shape?
No, square feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
like I had before we installed wheels?
2 square feet. You hear it? They're clattering above. Anyway, sorry. Let's. Sorry. And then I unpause the cinematic.
Oh no, that's it. You hear them upstairs. Oh, okay. They're coming to the entrance of the door in which you, like the basement drop-down door. They seem to be kind of headed towards the bar.
I think what Lobelia will do at this is just reach over to that power switch that was indicated before and turn the radio broadcaster off.
You very quickly find it, and he kind of shuts down. He goes, "No!"
Sounds easy.
I'm not very fond of being betrayed.
Well played.
The bar upstairs falls silent. No more square feet.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just me, but this just seems a little bit too easy.
Yeah, that was pretty,
Did you see the curtains on the karaoke stage?
They've always been like that, actually.
I don't think the karaoke stage needs them anymore. I think we will take some business.
You want me to, like, disguise myself as, like, a rat and go up and check things out?
Like a rat?
Yeah.
Or a label maker?
Won't be attacked.
No one will ever fall for that. I mean, you could try. Yeah, sure, go for it.
I could sew you a rat costume with the proper materials.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something down there.
We're getting those velvet curtains.
Right. We'll make a rat disguise for our label maker friend.
We have to get up there, get the curtains, make a rat costume.
Well, I figure if we're downstairs, you said there was that chair. I can take the upholstery off the chair.
You can. Yeah, there's like a chair, you know, one of those like really bad old like workshop chairs that swivel and
like the gray with the metal, yeah.
Oh right, yeah, those are awful.
There's definitely one of those here. It says a lot about probably who sat in it, but it's there.
Air ball bearings and wheels.
That's also true.
All right, I'm going to sew a rat costume as I once did for the young grandchild of the household, but it's much smaller, for label maker size.
All right, roll. All right, I need a crafts check to see how convincing is really what you're doing here in terms of this this rat costume. A 5. For those of you at home that don't know, our scale usually is -2 to +8 in terms of playing Fate Core. So that's a very good roll. You watch, as I'm sure it's almost like you're like, and it's like
It's
like
100 stitches per minute. Tech.
It's very slow. And I'm sure you have learned over time to speed it up and or down, but you managed to sew a very well-crafted label maker mouse
Rat
costume. Yeah,
Label maker cozy?
Yes,
a
basically.
label. Yeah, a label.
Label maker rat cozy.
Okay.
You make
Yeah.
a shot.
So, you there that is. So you are now decked out in a well-fitted costume.
So you are.
That's
I want
warm.
some character art of the label maker.
It's impressive. Very impressive.
Thank
That's,
you.
I've seen you make a lot of things, but I have never seen a sleeve for a label maker.
I mean, if you didn't know
very
any better,
creative.
you'd think she was an actual rat.
Squeak, squeak.
Oh,
That's good.
I
That's
loved
real
it. Very convincing.
good. That's not bad. Maybe I should go up just in case you need backup.
Maybe you should stay.
Should you be a bigger rat?
behind
I
me?
can start sewing.
No.
Maybe a small cat.
Perhaps
Chasing
just
the rat.
be back.
Can
Seen
you
that.
play like rat noises, like a bit behind me, so it sounds like I'm a rat?
yeah. Why don't you start?
You're gonna make
you
her
want-
fall.
Yeah, hold your play button as well as your fast forward and rewind to get
Yeah,
the squeak in.
yeah.
And then we could use that and then turn the volume up and we'll just yeah. All right, this will be good. Hold on, try it. Do it
Oh
now.
my god.
Press the button
It's like,
back and forth.
Oh, that is perfect.
Squeaking that way. Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, and I start hopping up those stairs to look at what's going on up there.
I question
Hop-
how exactly the mouse costume fits. I imagine, I don't know why I imagine it, but that the sewing machine was kind enough to leave a hole where your screen is so that communication
yes.
is still possible. So
Yes.
if it's almost
It's on
like
the
a
under-
onesie,
Yeah.
you know, around the face screen of this label maker.
It's like a hood for the mouse costume. You can flip it up
Oh.
and down.
And you hop
Tail is up.
you hop
It
up
says
the
rat.
stairs, and I guess we'll say the squeaks add a level of, I can't say you're really sneaky at this point, but believability to your getup. And as you round the corner of the bar and look deeper into kind of where the stage area is, clearly where the stage still stands pretty empty, even when you get closer to it. Nothing is there but this one beam of light. You can tell that it is powered. There's a cable that runs off kind of the upstage side of the stage, so like deeper in, that's plugged into a car battery.
What's plugged into the car battery?
The light that's beaming down on the stage is plugged into a car battery.
I want to sort of quietly get closer and do a good hard investigation of this.
All right.
See
Of
then.
this scene, the light itself, or the whole stage, or what's
The whole stage to see if there's anything else plugged into the car battery.
Sure.
If there...
All right. We'll say at this point, are we still squeaking? Is it still like?
Rewind, I think.
I don't have control over that.
No, I stopped doing it.
Okay, I stopped. Nope, I stopped doing it. Yeah. But you do stand there. Are you following onto the stage, or are you going to keep your distance? What's your plan? Did you come out with
Yeah, I'm keeping my distance, but I want to be able to see what's happening. So I'm
Sure, yeah,
watching it.
yeah. You can definitely see it. So
If she needs a squeak, I'm ready.
awesome. All right. So you definitely can see, and as this mouse, hops across the stage, closer to the light. So roll the investigation for me. You can roll an investigate check.
4.
Oh, okay. The light seems pretty normal. It does stand or beam down on top of what seems to be a very, very old X mark. Maybe where they used to tell very drunk and, I don't know, humans or soulless where to stand if they were to sing. And as you get kind of, not into the light, but near it, and you turn and you look off stage, you see that the door to the exit where you actually came in is being blocked. There's a silhouette of something large. Alright, we had some technical difficulties live, but we are going to look past those technical difficulties and try to just record this. This will be a rebroadcast, so if you're tuning in now, we are rebroadcasting this. We are playing Fate of the Appliance Wars, and we are following this group as they are currently investigating a deserted bar, or so it seems, until the label maker, dressed as a mouse, thanks to the sewing machine, saw something in the doorway. That's what happened.
How far is this thing from the curtains?
Oh, it's at the opposite end of the bar, so you're looking at a few hundred, I'd say 100 feet, 150 feet. It's a pretty big bar.
Okay. Can I try to, rip some of the curtains down and run away with them?
Oh, yeah, sure. They were just fixed, if I remember correctly, last episode. But yeah, this is totally doable. So, roll a... Ooh.
Physicality?
Yeah, there's a physique roll, I think. Yeah, physique is what it's called. Roll a physique.
Yeah, I only got +2 in this.
It's gonna be fine.
Resources.
Fine.
3.
3. Alright, 3 is actually pretty good. That is considered a good roll. So, it doesn't take much. You watch Billy as the mouse runs over and begins and you hear it finally rip, and you manage to rip a remaining piece of some of the black, curtains on the wings down, as well as a piece of, kind of a front piece of curtain or runner that was definitely fixed by, well, your costume maker now, I guess, is her new name. And, yeah. So, what would you like to do with it? Just tear ass? Where are you running to?
I'm running back to the rest of the group.
It's like, I got your flag!
Do I see anything threatening back there behind her when she does this? Do I see the purpose for this tearing down of curtains?
I think when I turn around, I just display on my screen without making any noise. Run back.
It's like, yeah, you see the panic on the screen of your friend as she bolts past you, carrying probably 2 or 3 feet worth of fabric, black and red velvet curtains, and she bolts around the bar and down into the basement. Now, as for you, when you turn to follow, you see what she saw. It's a little bit closer, though. You're more about 80 feet away. And the door that you entered is casting backlight on a very tall, I can't even call it a figure, 2 stacks of something in the doorway.
All right, it looked pretty menacing to me. So
yeah, it is.
I'm going to cover her back, but move very quickly back to the group.
All right, cool. Yeah, you check. It doesn't seem like they're following you. And it's about the time that you turn to run that a booming voice comes over. You're not sure if it's an intercom system or if it's literally just being kind of cast through all of the sound equipment in this place. But there is a deep voice, and it says, "Mikey, I know you're here."
So Mikey is hiding
Should I
under...
make you a mouse as well?
Mikey's hiding under, like, whatever space he can find that's dark and is just cowering down. There's no Mikey here.
That was very convincing.
It falls silent again as all of you have reconvened in the basement by the now dormant, we'll call it, pirate radio. Mm-hmm. And the voice comes again. How dare you show your lattice face here?
I really thought that the rules were bring your own mic, and I thought that meant that I could come whenever I wanted to.
Oh. He says, well, things have changed since you graced the lips of that quivering boy.
You know, you really shouldn't pass judgment on his stutter.
Is now officially canon. The boy had a stutter.
Loved karaoke.
And loved karaoke.
Loved karaoke.
It's brilliant. The way that he really
really be himself.
It worked out for the scat man.
It did. So it falls silent again, and it says,
Bravo.
"Oh yes."
Were you saying something, Beth?
No, I said well done. I said bravo.
Oh, bravo.
Sorry.
The karaoke machine, or voice, we'll call it for now, goes quiet, and it says, "Are you going to bring you and your friends out? I require a sound off."
I really wasn't planning on it, no.
So you're going to walk into my bar, kill my radio. The windows are like, what's left of them rattle with the amount of bass.
That is what we did.
I mean, he said that the guy was gonna like destroy us or eat us or something. It was not cool. I don't like being
right. We were under a threat.
It was self-defense, really. Yeah.
Look, we used to be on very good terms, and we were friends at one point.
A boisterous, deep laugh lets out when you say that. Friends. We were never friends.
I thought we were friends.
He says, show your face, or are you gonna hide in that hole all night?
I really like hiding.
He says, fine. I'll let the other machines eat you then. And you hear that thump, thump, thump again of square feet as they teeter towards the basement stairwell.
Hopefully they fall down the stairs and have a nasty
Tiny, heavy, felted rubber feet.
Yeah.
Some
of them may have lost their felt.
I used my label maker tape to set up like a trip
Oh,
line.
go like a tripwire. Yeah.
Yes.
So this little mouse goes tripwire.
Yeah.
Celia, all the things that you turn your label into, it says that typed across it, so it just says tripwire.
Tripwire. That's so brilliant. What kind of role do you think this is? Do you think this is a burglary role? Not really. I guess this is more
A craft?
a craft. Yeah, you're crafting something with it. Okay, yeah, go for craft.
We do so much crafting on the show.
I know, it's such a crafty crew.
We really should be broadcasting
Appliance.
Okay. All right, here's what happens. At a 0, that's not considered necessarily a fail. It's just considered a mediocre attempt at it. As you're like churning out label tape that reads tripwire, and you guys begin to set up to maybe pull it tight. It seems to be too late, as the shadow of something large and six-sided stands at the top of the stairs and beams down, and it is in fact an old school karaoke machine, its face inset into the same box frame. It has lost its microphones, the dual set that would have come installed on it. Those have been replaced by a series of strange objects like saw blades sticking out of one side of it. It seems to have mutilated itself to make itself more I don't know, dangerous as a karaoke machine. And you watch as the speaker on the front opens up into this set of teeth. And it takes a leap at all of you.
Scheiße.
And
Maggie says, I don't remember doing that before.
Lobelia just says, "Oh, rad."
It goes, "Must munch," as its mouth begins to kind of like munch towards all of you. Two more appear at the top of the stairs. They don't make a running leap, but they do begin to descend down this flight of basement stairs as two more karaoke machines. So we're gonna go
Please
into
tell me they're gracefully down the stairs. They just fall down the stairs, get up, and then
go.
Yep.
They probably, actually, these two at the top will say, they both try to come down at the same time, and they get a little wedged, so they're a little behind their friend who took a running leap. But we will go into initiative, and in Fate, when we roll initiative, we actually roll a notice. Notice is the first roll for our initiative score.
Okay, then.
Right.
Can you see what everybody else sees beforehand? Okay. Alright. Oh, okay.
I got it. All of these twos, even a -2.
Oh, no. You're like, wait, what? Like, there's no, you don't even notice it's jumping out of the sky. Maybe.
Well, his face is inside the bell.
It's
so.
true. You have a blind spot.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's just
really
a flaw
well.
in design.
Yeah.
It's on point.
Yeah. I can hear a pin drop. I can hear a needle scratch.
All right, I'm gonna roll we'll roll at once for all of them, in this case. So they get -1, and they have no additions, because they're karaoke machines. So, and they don't really have eyes, they just have screens. So they will go next to last. All right, let me make sure I've got everybody's rolls, and then we're good. Because we ended up with 2 2s or 3 2s? Missed that.
3 2s.
3 2s.
Mikey, Bernina, and Billy.
Oh, Mikey rolled 1 too. All right, so who has the highest? Well, all right. Here's a better question. Because the roll off for initiative, because there is a roll off, can be based on how you want to react or how you're going to act to this. So, are you, when you see this thing flying at you and you know you're going to go into combat, are you going to do a physique roll? Or an athletics roll kind of a thing, or do you want to do more of a defensive roll where it's more about will and learning more about the situation at hand? And then
So Mikey's 100% going to try to hide.
All right, so you can make an athletics or a physique roll to find like a quick cover, basically.
Okay.
And roll that up, and let's see what you get that time. Let's see. Billy, how would you react as it flies at your face?
Well, I mean, initially when they started making all these threats, I was going to tell everyone to dodge, jump, hide, move. But I guess I'm going to prepare to be defensive. I'm ready to fight.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. So you also can roll an athletics or a physique, whichever you prefer. In my case, they're about the same.
I don't know if I have an athletics.
You're welcome to take it if you got a slot as a skill. If you feel like your boombox is athletic. Okay, nice. All right, so just in order. And then last but certainly not least, Bernina, you also, how would you first react?
Well, this is why I don't like electricity. It's just, they get over jolted and then they get scrambled. I don't know how it works, but it's not good technology. You know, just
on the inside.
Cogs and wheels. Maybe some kerosene powered devices. What happened to kerosene? Anyways, I'm willing to bet that my cast iron body is a bit more durable than these plastic and electronic devices, and so I will use a physique. Yeah.
All right, you use that cast iron physique. I've never heard something more beautiful in my life.
That's right. You use that cast iron physique. All these plastic.
Oh! Okay, so our order then is, it will be Bernina first, followed by Billy, followed by Mikey. Who rolled the one? Oh, that was
Billy. Oh, the original one, that was our dear label maker, Lobelia.
That was Lobelia. All right, so Lobelia will go forth. The karaoke machines. Nobody even asked their names.
I don't care.
The electronic.
Now,
electronic eating karaoke machines.
Here.
And then last
every
will be Vinny.
name for the GM. Sorry, what was your name? Sorry, what was your name?
Wait, what was that again?
Oh, you have a name?
Hey?
You didn't think of a name?
Oh, weird.
All right. So, Bernina, using your cast iron bod.
Yeah.
You get first action. So in Fate, the way it works is you can choose to do one of two things. You can make an attack of your choosing, whether it be physical or mental attacks are also an option if you have anything that buffs there. Or you can choose to take what's known as a defensive action. When you take defensive, you basically stand against whatever's going to hit you in advance, and you get a +2 against damage that they do to you.
Okay. Would either of these use physique? As my role.
Physique. So would you like to make an attack?
Sure. I'll just thunk.
Like run over to like bump it. It's definitely if it means
I'm gonna he's got some wires hanging out like his plug. I'm gonna run some stitches right through there.
Okay.
All tangled up.
Cool. You roll over.
Discombobulate his bobbin. Shove some thread up in there, get all tangled up.
Everything I live for.
Mechanical moving parts.
No longer PG. Very nice.
Cast iron bod.
That cast iron bod at a 4. You roll over and you thump into the kind of flying one. You realize that its mouth is not large enough to eat you. At least not in one bite. So you have an advantage there. It literally can't eat you whole. And as you bump into it, it does go to grab you, but you manage to, for sure, how you grab it, it doesn't matter. But it like slides up and begins to like and like feed through, and he's like rah, rah, and he begins to like tug and pull, but he takes 4 points. So the way that Fate works is you basically auto hit as long as it meets their kind of defense level or whatever their physique is. His is definitely not 4. It was 3, so he will take a point of damage in layman's terms. So in this case, the one with all of the teeth will take his first box of stress. Put my boxes down. He checks off his 1 box. He has only 3 boxes. For the rest of you, to know how many boxes you have on, in terms of how much damage you can take or stress, on your character sheets, let's see if I can pull it up. I'm going to use my example appliance. You will have, if you have physique or will, and anything above fair. So if you have it in good or great, it does one of 2 things. If you have physique or will in good, you gain the 3rd stress box as an option to be able to check it off before you start taking consequences. If you have it in great, as I guess my example Walkman does, you actually get all 4 boxes of physique and or will, so physical and mental stresses, to be able to check off before you start taking consequences. And in Fate, consequences mean a more permanent, strenuous, and possibly unfixable or unrepairable, I guess, because your appliances, injury or damage done to you. And you can take 3 of those at mild, moderate, and mild, moderate, and severe. So, everybody right now is in relatively pristine condition, considering the fact, post-apocalyptic and all that jazz. But he just took his first checkbox of stress. So, he does not like that. And he can't really go anywhere now. I guess he's going to try to eat this sewing machine. Moving right along. Lobelia.
Assistance, bitte.
Could I, still disguised as a rat, hopefully not noticed as much?
Sure. There's a stealth roll.
No, I want to basically leverage the fact that they might not be paying attention to me as much to fire off some tape to form a lasso to grab one of the ones at the top of the stairs, yank it out so it goes flying forward, and smash it into the other one that's going to be trying to eat the sewing machine.
All right, I love this. So the one that's eating the sewing machine is only interested in her at the moment. So you don't even have to worry about that in terms of them noticing you. So you kind of like mouse past them, and once again the tape starts like churning out the top. So this is going to also be a physique. Make sure that you guys don't have any stunts or anything that you can build off of or add to. Remember, you can use fate points.
I should have chosen some stunts.
You can you can also use fate points to activate an aspect that you have if you feel like it will give you any kind of benefit in the moment or leg up.
I want to spend a fate point to activate Hangman of the Wire Ripper Gang.
Oh, damn. Tell us about Hangman of the Wire Ripper Gang.
Well, Lobelia kind of, while she wasn't like usually front liner in a fight, she would sort of finish like people off that messed with the house and the gang, like publicly, to make sure no one fucked with them.
Sure, yeah, like you do.
So she, after she does her thing, if it succeeds, she just wants to rip off her costume and be like, "You done fucked up." Because I don't know if you know who you're messing with. I'm the Hangman of the Wire Ripper Gang.
Go ahead.
There's just something so funny to me about this label maker saying saying the F word. You done fucked up. It's just so funny to me.
All right. So, all right. So basically what we'll say that does is I'm going to give you an extra point to your roll, or we'll say an extra die to your roll. Let's do that. So you actually can roll an extra die. And if it benefits you, you can take it. They know who you are when you step up to like lasso them, so you're still gonna have to roll the physique roll. But when you rock up to lasso, you watch as the 2 that are struggling to like get through the door, the basement door, stop, and one of them goes, "Oh, the label maker." And now there's a level of fear, which means that for the sake of, if they take damage, which they probably will, knowing this label maker, it will be more severe than if it didn't. So go ahead and let's roll.
My physique and fight are both 2. Like fair, so.
Okay. So physique. So let's
do this.
Okay, so 2, and then go ahead and roll 1 more fudge die, and if it, as long as it benefits you, you can keep it if you want to bump that up potentially to 3.
Where is the button for that?
When you go to the little dice chart over there to the left, I don't know what that's called. The one at the bottom says fudge. Just click fudge. It seems so silly, but that's a true story. That's what it says.
That's it.
If not, you can also roll it by typing DF. /RDF. That's a fudge die. Haha! Okay, so that didn't benefit you, so it won't take away from it. But they are definitely scared. So it was a 2. These are to hit them, which you did. So they will take 2 points of damage. But in their fear, they're going to take a mild consequence. And this mild consequence is not a permanent damage to their physical state, it's to their mental state. To be lassoed by the label maker. And as you give a tug, sure enough, they come tumbling down the stairs uncontrollably. We'll see if he can dodge them on his turn. If I doubt he can, since he's kind of been.
Yeah, normally my label maker, my tape has the name of like what I'm making with it, but this one that's wrapped around the guy just says junk.
Oh, that's insulting. And sure enough, it seems to work, and you pop both of them free as they come tumbling down the stairs. This consequence that they're going to take, I'm going to call it the label maker. And anytime that they're in, basically anytime they're in combat with you, and definitely for the foreseeable future, they are not going to be able to attack you for fear. Literally their fear of you. So they can't attack you, they can only attack everybody around you. That makes it Billy's turn.
All right. So I believe I want to use my provoke.
Okay.
To make an attack.
Provoke to do what?
A mental attack?
Yes, a mental attack on him, absolutely.
Yes.
What are you provoking them to do?
Well, I definitely want to cause them emotional harm.
These damn karaoke machines did not see this coming.
Yeah.
It's not.
So I pressed play, fast forwarded to Michael Jackson's "Beat It," and suddenly put on a dope music gangster song, so they know that it's on at this point.
Yeah.
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 If I can move just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'll let them know I'm serious about it. To the beat. Your butt is mine. And then, I kind of want to make them feel worthless for even trying to approach us like this. I don't like the way they're coming at Mikey. I don't like how all of this is going down, and I want them to know that they have made a serious mistake.
That they better beat it.
They better beat it. The two kind of lackeys that got stuck in the entryway definitely noticed you. Between the consequence of fear that they have already taken on top of this, so let's get a roll from you first to just see how much or how successful you actually are. I'm gonna move these aspects away for a second. Since we're in combat, we're gonna put these up. Oops. We get that roll. There we go. A provoke 1. Okay. Well, the good news is they're dense as hell because they are karaoke machines. And they only have a 1 to 1. They only have 1. So you do in fact provoke them along with the consequence, which basically gave you a little bit of a bonus on that. They go, "How dare you!" And the other one goes, "I don't know, should we just get out of here? I don't know, man." And they're kind of like back and forth. And they begin to turn and go up the flight of stairs, fighting once again to see who can get out faster than the next one.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
As they flee, I go, "Hee hee."
Hey. And what does that say? Oh, that says the karaoke's turn. Great. Well, the two of them are running, so we're going to let them run. The other one that is directly attached currently to our sewing machine, because she has literally sewn it. It is going to, let's see. It's going to take a bite into your wooden leg. So it's going to make its physique roll.
Okay.
Okay. And it only gets to add +1 to that, so a 2. So what is your physical stress boxes? How many do you have?
I have 3.
You have 3, great.
I have
and what is your? That means that it doesn't hit you actually. Like it doesn't do any damage to you. It like bites into you. Either the wood is so old, gnarled, and hard that it cannot get through with its simple karaoke teeth.
That's precision and craftsmanship. This varnish is impenetrable.
And it's like, you know, so it like tries to gnaw on your leg, and it's not doing any damage. It hasn't even like scratched the varnish. So,
God.
Leg has survived the teeth of children. You think a karaoke machine will do anything?
But it is diligently trying to eat you. It's about this time that, as the two karaoke machines like bolt up, they're stopped by something that is significantly larger than them. Mikey. You know who this is. This is the karaoke machine. It stands 4 feet, maybe 5 feet tall, and it like looms over, causing a giant shadow and blocking light from the bar and daylight above. And it says, Mikey.
Oh no. Mikey is going to go over to where Billy is and look at Billy and just go, I'm really sorry about this. And put his face, I guess, close to Billy's speakers to cause a very, very loud squelch.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. To like, I guess they'll probably provoke to sort of throw them off balance, because it's a very, you know, that's a horrible noise.
That's a horrible noise. All right, Mikey. Let's do it. I would say definitely a provoke.
Okay.
See if it rings. How it rings true to their ears.
6.
Ooh, a 6. That feedback noise sounds out across the bar. It causes everybody around is going to. Yeah. Everybody around is going to have to make a check to not take anything with the speaker. Let's say that. Anything with a speaker, because it's all that feedback and it may blow.
Mm-hmm.
The two smaller karaoke machines cannot beat, not even with a little bit, a 6. As you once again break them down, they begin to weep as their speakers like burst out, their bodies forward, and they fall tumbling down the flight of stairs to the base of right at your
the
feet.
one that I'm wrestling?
Basically into the one that you're wrestling. Yeah. And you burst that one out. The larger one, on the other hand, seems to be a bit more in control of itself, though it still takes damage. It goes kind of winces away, like karaoke machines do.
Those wincing karaoke
Those
machines.
wincing karaoke machines. And the one that's biting Bernina's leg actually has to stop biting long enough to like it shouts out. I don't know why it sounds that way, but it does.
My electricity is inherently flawed.
All right, Vinny.
Thought so. All right. So there's one. Do we all have to make a check?
Nope. They have to make a check because it was pointed their direction, like the way that sound, like it didn't. Yeah, it was more.
All right.
Yeah.
Supersonic hearing.
Yeah. So there's basically the big one at the top and the one attached to Bernina.
Okay. I am going to shoot out my scratching needle in my little needle arm, and I try to hop close, and maybe maybe in a hopping joust, I'm going to try to joust the struggling speaker box karaoke machine here. So I'm gonna roll fight.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you will roll fight because this is more of an actual hand-to-hand combat. In the
I could have done
world.
provoke, but I was like, a lot of people did provoke this round. I mean, I'll just.
We provoked the shit out of these guys.
Yeah. So yeah, I rolled a 1. Do I need any bonuses on that? I don't.
1 it probably should have added them if you rolled it under your fight. In this case, this one, it's not enough to actually like pierce it or do damage to it this round, but it now knows you're there because it's
record scratching needle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We wrap
Take
back
that, you bastard.
as
MIDI fight asshole.
as you're like me, and I'm sure it's like you're tossing insults at it as you're trying to fight it. The large karaoke machine at the top, once it regains its kind of senses after the feedback, booms out, "This is no way for musical machinery to combat."
It's the musical machinery.
Aren't you one of those ancient ones? It like booms out again.
Oh, he is.
Oh,
That's just really rude.
excuse me. It's not very nice of you.
He goes, "I challenged you to a sound off. You do know what a sound off is.
A sound off?
One.
Did you just come off the block?" It screams.
Well, we did leave the cul-de-sac, yeah.
Actually, we did, yeah.
And I'm not a musical device.
And fighting with noise isn't really how the Y Ripper Gang throws down.
Want a sound off? We can give you a sound off. Nice move, by the way, Mikey. Just a little warning next time, just a little bit.
Sorry.
That was rough.
The boombox goes, or the karaoke machine, the big one goes, "Oh, so the boombox does more than play shitty 80s tunes."
Hey, he also dabbled in the 90s.
And some 70s, some lovely 70s grooves.
Why don't I just punch this guy now?
He's at the very top. You're gonna have to cross up to him. He's like bearing down on you. He says, "I beckoned you, and your strange mouse entered the stage. The challenge was accepted."
All right. Now, how does this work?
He says, "Well, you have to be louder than me." He kind of like says, like, "Don't make me explain it to you."
I have to be louder than you?
Yeah. Yes. I am the karaoke machine. And it like booms out. He goes, "Nobody has ever sounded louder than old Carrie."
Oh,
Mr. Oki? Or Herr Oki? Is it?
Okay.
Herr Oki?
She says, it says, "I am done with this dawdling."
Or is it Fraulein Oki?
He says, "Come, boy," and he like you hear a whistle kind of come out of its large speakers, and the one that the karaoke machine attached to Bernina releases and tries to follow, to no avail, over and over, and you hear this machine, this big karaoke machine, like gong, 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 over towards the stage area.
Heal.
This is going to be very interesting. Okay. All right.
And I like try to grab the speaker that's all tangled up and just forcibly like
Remove
wire it into the boombox.
The
so
Billy.
The boombox can
Oh
use
my God.
it
All
as
right.
an amp.
Yes. That's gonna take some time. The thing is this boom. Okay, let's say this: the karaoke machine is going nowhere. It's literally attached to Bernina. We'll say that all of you somehow managed to get out of this basement. Though I would love to see this sewing machine climb this flight of stairs.
It takes me a while.
Boombox dragging behind it. You guys make it to the top, and you see that now standing in the light is the giant karaoke machine, and
I have a hostage.
he says, "Let my pet go. You cannot have him."
Let my speaker go.
Let my speaker go.
It seems he has his wires crossed. He is very attached to me.
Fine! If we can just get the sound off started, you can have him. If you win.
Okay,
like-
so
it's
you
like-
just go up on the stage and scream, and then we do the same thing, and then whoever's louder wins.
He goes, no, no, no. You can't just scream.
You're a karaoke machine. Let's be real.
This is very true. You are very much a crooner.
It's-
Herr Victrola.
Thank you.
Karaoke, you have never heard Herr Victrola's crooning. It is beautiful.
It spots Mikey for the first time.
I was gonna say Mikey is slowly like bouncing closer to Vinny, like getting as close to Vinny as he
He
can.
goes, do not hide, little Mike. Don't you remember?
I'm going to make you a bad costume.
It was, in fact, I who stole your voice. Don't you?
Oh.
I remember.
He says, oh, do you?
Yeah.
And he says, good. Then you know that you cannot win this sound off.
He like leans close to Vinny and is like,
What is he talking about, Mikey? What do you mean? We can't win this. You're a microphone. Come on.
yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever noticed, Vinny, but I have real problems with volume control.
All right.
Very loud here. It's an inch.
I skip. It's fine. My arm is too light for the needle, so it pops, and sometimes we're like, "What's that? That's not how it goes." Don't worry, we all have our flaws.
Yeah, so see, he uses like this technology that you don't have. It's called
What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean? You watch it, Mikey. All right. What are you talking
I'm
about?
on your team here.
Okay, well, you're coming at me with those low blows. All right. What are you talking about? Oh, things that I don't have.
I'm just stating the facts, Vinny.
What's that? What are the facts then? Okay.
He has this feature that sort of makes his voice boom a lot, and you're probably gonna lose.
Oh, I'm going after him. I'm singing. I'm doing this screaming
I'm
thing.
not gonna do it.
Oh, he goes,
He's already taken my voice.
Did we say you're a gramophone? What did we decide you were?
Photograph.
Gramophone.
Yeah, he goes, so I have to only go up against the gramophone. I shall rattle its screws loose with my booming voice.
Can I, while this is going on,
Yeah, it's basically monologuing. It's what's happening right now.
Is there an off switch on it?
You're welcome to make a stealth to see if you can get close enough without it noticing to see.
So-
I'm on the stealth, but I'm
No one
gonna do
could
it.
articulate turning the knob off and then past off to actually off. We can't get past the clicks. Everybody's just been able to turn it down for all these years, but no one's ever turned it on.
Mikey, you remember that night, though. It's not just a piece of equipment, or he is a very upgraded karaoke machine. It is in
Right.
Yeah, I
fact-
figured he's the one that has like the not auto tune, but like it makes your voice all synthesized. and that
Yeah,
kind
he
of
has all
stuff.
those things.
Yeah.
More importantly, this one in particular fried you, shorted you out on purpose for showing up at his bar. Long
purpose.
before you even had sentient life. It's almost like the memories come rushing back
Before you crossed over.
before you crossed over to your new life. Now, let's get that stealth roll from you so we can see if you can sneak up and see if he's got an on and off switch.
While she's doing that, I have a question, Chelsea. I have a stunt called Demagogue, and I have a +2 to report rolls when I'm delivering an inspiring speech. Does that give anything to the person I'm delivering an inspiring speech to?
No, it gives you a plus to your roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
it doesn't help the person I'm giving the speech to.
No, it's
Sorry,
not like a
Vinny.
buffer.
I was gonna try.
That's all right. I also have demagogue. So.
Oh, perfect. Together with your forces combined. So at a 2, it is monologuing and it's dead set on picking on Mikey. It does not even notice you as this costumed label maker, and you scutter up. Are you wanting to, like, get on the stage? It's standing in the beam of light, like, on the stage. Clearly, it put that there for itself.
Well,
so egotistical.
Why don't we combine forces?
Honestly. I think I'm actually getting on the stage.
Yeah, you like tick, 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 tick. And you walk around to the backside. It does look like it is plugged into a power source. It has a very large, thick cable that runs off stage, deep towards the back, and out a back door. That like goes out this stage door.
I just reach up and unplug him.
You can definitely try. What were you saying there, Billy? You said something.
If Vinny just has to be louder, then Mikey and I and Vinny should work together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a like the crappy plastic sheeting that they sometimes have as like the tablecloth covers and stuff?
I'm sure there is.
All right, I want to get some of that, and I want to sew like a large cone to make it even like a more amplifying noise.
Mm-hmm.
We can.
Oh, I see what's happening here. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. While the label maker scutters off, and this arrogant karaoke machine continues to monologue, Bernina releases the pet, the karaoke pet, the cannibal one, I guess, and it and like kind of scutters off to the side and hides in a corner for a little bit. Everybody's gonna make a roll. Is the plan for the gramophone, the microphone, and the boombox to work together on this task?
That's what I'm trying to sell them.
Okay.
Mikey would amplify as much as he could.
Yeah,
all right.
We put you into this little jack right here on the side.
Okay.
Vinny, you're going to have to do all the work, but I'm going to turn all of my knobs up.
I'm going to have to do the work?
Well, yeah. You are going to be doing the singing.
Oh, we're using the boombox as a
speaker.
as an amp. Oh, I see what's happening here. And then, this is so cute.
You don't think I could do this myself? All right. Okay, I see what it is.
I mean, Vinny, do you not want our help? We can sit back.
Vinny, I believe in you. But we're stronger together.
But if you want to do this alone, then you have at it.
I made you a cone cozy.
And he goes, yeah, Vinny.
All right. I'll okay. All right. I'll do it. But with you all. You all have my back? Hey? Yeah?
Of course.
Of course.
All right. Okay.
Of course.
After all, we're family.
You know, I haven't called anybody family in a long time. It's been, how long has it been, Bernina?
Quite a long time, Vinny.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't seen a lot of any of the Victrolas in a long time. And I have a brand family, but how far is that? I mean, that only goes as far as your label, am I right? But I think true family goes deeper into the wires and into even past your oaken sides, as well as really the core. And no one needs a battery to give you what family is. Family is more what really fuels you, even when electricity is run low. I'm going to go ahead and give myself the +2 for the dummy dog.
What you roll a provoke for that? What do you roll? That's great.
It's +2 to rapport when delivering an inspiring speech.
All right. Well, when you make that inspiring speech, it's going to have to roll an empathy roll.
Okay.
Afterwards, but I'm going to have you roll first.
+2. Beautiful.
Ooh. So 4.
Close.
Is that correct?
No, I think I added that.
Oh, you added it. Okay, great. So 2. So it has to stop. It's going to need to. It's not very empathetic, so it doesn't get to add anything, but it is going to roll its 4 against. Oh, and a 2. It feels something. This karaoke machine. Unbeknownst to you, Mikey is actually picking you up. They had kind of already started plugging in, and as you're talking and you're inspiring speech about family begins to echo through Mikey out of Billy the Boombox, and the large karaoke machine goes silent. and you simply hear a oh my god, that is this I used to have a family once. And it starts to like kind of weep a little bit, and it Belia, go ahead and make your strength. I would take an athletics or the physique, whichever is better, to pull the giant plug out of its backside.
0.
You pull. It is really in there. You're not sure if it's like a twist one or not. It's gonna keep talking. You can make another check here in just a second as it keeps talking. I had a family one time.
Yeah?
There was a cash register. Oh, and an electronic can opener behind the bar. And it kind of begins to just like and the whole thing like almost tips over its shoulders and like hunches as it like and it like weeps and cries. Its cannibal speaker in the corner, its cannibal machine in the corner begins to
I didn't even sing yet.
I didn't even get to sing. Go ahead and make another check as you continue to try to pull its.
Maybe you should just
Play a song
sing
about
a ballad anyway.
Sing a song about family.
About family?
Okay, nice.
Now's the time.
Let me just see if I have one on this record.
Or love.
No,
Oh,
I know you
I
have one.
I did save one for you, Vinny. You could play it. You could play as time goes by.
I don't know that one. Never played that one ever. You know that.
Just a nice song.
Are we waiting for a roll?
Oh, are you? Oh no, I was waiting on you. Are you gonna sing?
Oh.
I was asking, are you singing a song or not?
Oh.
Because if not, it's just gonna keep crying. It's like, oh my god, and then you killed pirate radio.
When somebody loves you, it's no good unless they love you all the way. When someone's near you, something cheer you all the way.
It sounds out. And as it cries again in this like beautiful moment of a song being played for it, it goes oh, and it powers down.
I think you killed it, Vinny.
I what? I mean, yeah, that's right.
I think you did it.
Lobelia just pops out from behind him, throws the plug on the ground, and says, "Everyone had a family one time." Walks away.
Maggie looks at the rest of them. We
Oh
really
my
need
God.
to talk to Lobelia.
There's a lot of stuff about Lobelia. Yep.
We really need to have a serious conversation with her.
It's something very deep inside. She needs to get out.
Oh, I think I rooted something in everybody. Sorry, everyone. Can I get this out? Mike, Adam, Mike. Just I don't need to be. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Mikey hops down.
The large electric cable that you drop, this like 4-prong, and it's back. Leads, like I said, like out. Is it 3 or 4? In theater, it's like lights are 4, audio's 3. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, so it kind of like snakes out the back, to the back door of the theater. Daylight pours into this little bit of a crevice here, and the 5 of you stand there. The other machine that still has its outlet like ripped up the center, kind of goes over and is like nudging the larger machine.
Oh my God.
It's like,
We might have to put it out of its misery.
It's
Or
not.
just plug the other one back in. I don't know how
Run.
electronics
Carry
works.
on.
How confusing.
Run as far away as you can, and never look back.
Lobelia puts the label on the karaoke machine that's just her name on it?
Property of Lobelia.
Yes.
Like, rub it. It kind of growls at you as you get close, but it doesn't attack. It knows that you guys have clearly the upper hand here. And you label it. It doesn't come with you. But it does like lick a little bit at the label.
Before we leave, I want to take some of the karaoke stage curtains, the black ones, and I'm going to sew Mikey a bat costume. So now we have a bat and a rat.
Perfect.
I thought you were gonna sew a backpack.
I am the knight.
I could use the red velvet one to sew
Let's
back.
do, you have to make another craft to see how good, of
Sure.
course.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start imitating Christian Bale now.
Justice. As you...
Christian Bale.
I think it's so less we look like appliances, the less problems we will have.
Instead of a tiny Batman and a rat.
I don't know how
So
much.
the tiny bat and the rat.
What am I gonna be?
What would you? Anything you'd like, Victrola?
I don't think you can make me into anything. I've got weird proportions.
Well, what would you like to be?
I don't know.
I think you'd make a good captain.
What captain? What? How about a what are those lizards that spit venom?
Oh, the frill is. I'll get right on it. I watched a nature documentary once. We had National Geographic on the side table for a little while, and it was okay.
Yeah, from that thing. That's the one.
Yeah. Just need to find the right fabric.
Married couple. National Geographics. Oh god. Oh god. So, you managed to craft pretty much anything you want at this point out of what's left of the curtains and anything that you guys find in here, which is not a whole lot.
What color are there's the booth material in the karaoke bars?
Oh, we'll say it's like a navy. It's like a blue.
navy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just taking what I can. Stuff it in the scrap bag.
You're kind of tucking things.
What would you like to be, Billy?
Unrelated. Just what would you like to be?
In life.
Just in life.
In life.
Don't worry about the fact that Bernina asked you
guys.
what you want to be if you were not a boombox.
Yeah. Or a pirate, maybe. I could be a pirate.
Oh.
Pirates.
Oh.
So radio downstairs did have an eye patch.
It's scrap parts.
We're so close.
Yeah, you grab all the parts that you can kind of muster and fit into the drawers
I'll
of Bernina.
I'll sew an extra little bag out of the red velvet curtains. I guess how much black curtains are there?
There's quite a lot, I guess, left. It's the bottom half that seems to be missing. It's it's like chunks of it. People have come and ripped pieces and repurposed. So what you have is basically scraps left, but you can take what's left. The front runner, the apron runner is also there, but you guys have to figure out a way to reach it. Good luck.
Well,
Notice some antennas when that gets out of there. Oh, no, we do. We have an antenna.
Oh,
we do have an antenna. Billy's an antenna.
Mm-hmm.
If you're really saucy about it.
Stands on top of me.
Yeah.
Reach the curtains, and then I will make myself a black bear costume.
Benita, why are we?
Because we've been spotted, and if the soulless think we are just a roving band of animals, they want to try to turn us into scrap parts.
Then you guys are gonna try to be animals. A game about appliances that really want to be animals.
I don't think that anyone's going to buy that.
Well, they've thought that Lobelia was a rat.
Animal?
Well, if we keep quiet and we just make animal noises when they are close.
Cat, I think perhaps a pirate. But a cat indeed.
I could do a cat. I will sew
A cat?
a black cat and a black bear, and then I will try to sew a frill lizard costume, but the frill is like around the neck.
Yeah.
It's got like eyes.
And I imagine all that's probably left at this point
so much.
is like red velvet and the really bad checkered tablecloths, which is what it's like. It's not it's almost right. If you had
It's almost right. It's real close.
It's real close. But you guys managed to, I guess, decor yourself, and as you do so, the cable that got dropped on the stage, that unplugged from the back of the karaoke machine, begins to slither backwards towards the door if somebody is pulling it from outside back.
Recon mouse.
The big one?
Would you like to?
Yeah, the big one.
See what is causing that.
Can we all see this?
Yeah, it's like drags across the hardwood floor of the stage.
I go.
Recon mouse.
You jump on it?
I think I want to jump on it and quickly try to tie it around something heavy so it gets stuck.
All right, the heaviest thing is obviously the karaoke machine, the inanimate karaoke machine. You could tie it to the door itself. I would say there's probably some kind of crate or box left on the stage, no doubt. Maybe behind the side runners, like the wings. So yeah, give it a I'd say you're pretty capable of doing that. It's not gonna have to be a terribly high roll. It's more about how strong the person is on the other side. So they are going to roll a physique to just see if they're strong enough, because you basically tie it off to a heavy thing, and you watch it as it jerks. The tension happens, and something tugs. Let's see if it is. Oh, that's your character sheet, not the right thing. It's going to add. It has a +1 to this roll, so a 3. It goes taut and tightens up again, and then something it gives, and it and the crate begin to across the floor as if whatever is outside is pretty strong.
They should probably head out the other door.
Can I close the door?
Not with the no, because it's headed towards that door. It's like coming from outside in the back alleyway, it looks like.
I want to go to the door, close it so that the crate gets stuck on the door.
Okay. You slam it shut. The cable is relatively thick, so it takes a second. And you catch it just in time for it to like whack into the door, and it is like thud. Something is wanting this cable back.
Can I is there any way I could, like, while Lobelia has like its attention, because they're pulling on the cord, like try to like stealth around and look out the door a little bit and not be noticed?
Maybe there's a window.
Or
yeah. Some kind of way.
Yeah, why don't you roll the stealth then? We definitely finding a place to peek out the back's not the issue. It's more of, do you get noticed? Okay.
Ooh.
Well, at least you look like a bat.
Yeah, you come over to the door.
What are fate points for? Can I use those for anything?
You can use a fate point to re-roll. I believe actually in Roll20 for you guys, there's a sheet that says gameplay cheat sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, if you pop that open, that actually has the 4 actions you can take, all those kinds of things, game time. I was hoping it had what you could use fate points for. But basically you can use fate points to re-roll if you would like to.
Can I re-roll that, please?
Sure can.
Oh my god!
No! Okay. You try again, and what actually happens is we'll say like where those crates were, there is a window, a backstage window. Why wouldn't there be, right? And you hop plunk plunk plunk, and you lean to look out of the window, and the window like, and Mikey goes falling out
Spread
the
your
window.
Spread your wings, fly away.
I spread my
look
back
like the little
costume.
bat wings go like flutter to the ground.
Mikey.
I'm coming, Gotham.
Yeah, it's like, I am the night, as you like, out of the window, and you guys hear Mikey's metal body tang against another metal object. Mikey, what you see is that there is a vehicle, something you've not seen in a long time, an old truck. You have tanged into the metal bed of this truck, which is full of junk and pieces of other appliances. More importantly, there is a large generator that is currently not running, that probably was, that the cable is attached to. Worse than that is what sits in the cab of the truck. So sorry, I tickled myself.
It's all good. It's all good.
You watch as something fluffy, that sits atop a bunch of other things, much too small to actually reach the steering wheel of this truck. Its head turns completely 360, all the way around to look at you. It is that of a teddy bear. A very particular kind of teddy bear.
Oh no!
As it says, "Good, more for the toys," and it revs the engine and yeah. Scene cuts inside to the four of you. You guys hear the
So
rev of
excited.
an engine.
I'm so excited for this.
I do call out.
Kind of Otto?
Mikey,
I'm
go out
glad
there.
you're excited, Myth.
When I see Mikey fall, I'm yelling, Mikey!
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Look
I
over
heard
there.
something.
Mikey fell out the window.
Oh,
I heard that that's automobile outside.
oh yeah.
But-
I haven't seen it in a while.
To a vantage point where I can see.
Can I go up to the
Rawr.
window and like put tape down so Billy could pull Billy up?
Yeah, you quickly hop over. Billy, you're obviously, kind of, you guys go over. Are you going, you said to the window to like look down where she fell?
Well, wherever I can get to where I can see the best.
Well, there's a giant crate blocking the door. So you could easily, the best place would probably be the vantage point. And you guys both can quickly climb to the top. It's just a couple crates high. And you peer out and you see that Mikey has fallen into the bed of a pickup truck. You cannot see who's driving it, but you can see that there is activity from inside the cab, and the cable that has been tied off is attached to a generator in the back of this truck.
Oh,
Can I Spider-Man Billy or Mikey?
Mikey, sure. That
Spider-Man, yeah.
that's a really interesting one. That's probably
Spider-Man.
also
Spider-Mouse the
a
best.
somewhat of a physique role, or in athletics. I'd take either.
Yeah, hold on to my string. I'll help pull.
Because you gotta get her.
Got the world.
3.
3! Yeah,
decent.
Mikey, as you
Nice.
take in the teddy bear head, that turns around and looks at you, and it begins to, like, its mouth just, like, as it speaks, and it's revving the engine. What it's trying to do is rip the cable free with the truck. So it keeps, like, backing up and,
It's plastic bottom lip just flaps.
yeah, just, the label maker, bravely and daftly stares down at you along with your dear friend Billy the Boombox, as label tape starts coming down from the window, and it reaches you. It kind of like pops you in the little microphone face.
I'm going to try to wrap myself up in it so Lovelia can pull
Yeah,
me
that's
back
easy.
up.
You like quick wrap yourself up in it, no problem, and give a tug.
I think Lobelia probably somehow hooks herself onto Billy and then like jumps down inside with him.
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
yeah.
Mikey is
That's cool.
right inside.
You tried to use your own weight. Yeah, you kind of rappel down, using both of your weight to pull the mic up. And sure enough, you do. You get it like levitating, and you're kind of banging off the wall as you're like coming back up into the window, Mikey. And you hear the strange voice of that bear once again say, "Get them!" And the two doors of the truck swing open, and electronic toys begin to pile out. All kinds of things. Some of them very odd, but the biggest ones being like race cars, some other non-battery powered toys. Is that a Game Boy? You don't know. And they jump on Mikey.
It's a game bad boy.
Yeah, and they're trying to weight it from the other side. So
Help me!
this becomes definitely, without a shadow of a doubt,
I'm gonna die.
yeah, this is they this is gonna be a roll off. So What are Vinny and Bernina doing?
Please help.
Well, I just love the scene of like oddly proportioned cat and mouse pulling up this little bat out of the back of a truck bed.
It's being attacked by toys.
The grilled lizard sit beside.
Oh.
Bernina, it would be like, seem to be having problems. Hold on, maybe.
What, did he recognize us?
I don't know. My cast. I don't think so. But let me just lend some gravity to the situation, and I'll like come
What's
over there,
happening?
and then I'll be like, I'll see they're trying to pull. Are you pulling him in here? Let me help, and I'll like throw up a thread so I can help pull down.
Nice. Another
my cast
one.
iron anchor bod.
Yeah, with your cast iron anchor bar. Goomp. Okay, so here's how this is going to work.
Have to be Vinny.
Yeah. Is there anything Vinny wants to do?
I'll help. I'll hop down and
You
actually
hop down and jump too. You weight down Bernina's body even more. 2 strands now wrapped around Mikey. As the toys, you can hear them as they pull little race car tires, spin on the asphalt outside, and they are tugging and pulling. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give this one to who made the first action? The label maker did. So you get to actually make the roll, but you are going to add a point for every person helping. So in this case, you get to add 4 points to it. Mikey, on Mikey's end, there are quite a lot of toys, so this is going to be a very high check to be able to be stronger than them.
I love this so much.
I can see this like side cut view where the wall, it's like cut the wall in half, and you see the household appliances, label makers,
animals,
and then toys, and they're pulling over a microphone. What a ridiculous idea!
It's almost like Toys versus
little figurines. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. Okay, so is that your new role, the 3 physique?
No, that's...
Oh, okay, so that was an old one. Go ahead and roll me again, Kika, a physique, and remember you get to add 4 to whatever the roll comes out to. Which means it should be...
I added the 4 in the roll, so it's 5.
Oh, perfect, so 5, which is a superb. You guys kind of have a connection to one another, and that heave-ho gets going. And you lead the way. They, too, are also going to... Actually, let me type this one so I don't tell you in advance what they get to add.
Oh, I don't like that laugh.
Not good at all.
It's not good.
I mean, it could work out in your favor.
I could roll like I've been rolling.
Oh, it did work out in your favor. See? Now everybody just don't panic. Might be the apocalypse, but we don't have to panic. So, sure enough, you guys pull harder. And it finally lets go. The toys, it bursts free. You hear small parts and bits shatter against the alleyway, the brick alleyway, as if they got burst everywhere. They hit the back of the truck. And Mikey, you come through the window, smashing into your crew, and all of you get knocked over to the side.
Let's roll.
I hear you okay.
If you could see a microphone make heart eyes at something, he's making them at Lobelia right now.
Oh, I would cry. Oh my gosh, I ship this.
Lobelia looks at Mikey and says,
Didn't see that coming.
lost a lot of people today. Couldn't stand to lose you too.
Thank you for saving me.
What's happening?
You did.
I always forget you can't see out of your bell.
It happened.
Oh, perfect. Good.
Mikey, you want to fill Vinny in?
I'm okay.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God. You see his bell just come by and like looks towards the direction that you're in. Oh, beautiful. All right. Thank God. We don't want you to go anywhere.
We probably should find another way out of here, though, if those toys are out in the alleyway.
Is this the front door? What's the basement?
When you say that, the front door, you hear the truck engine rev just in time for it to burst through the back wall of the stage as they drive this truck into the bar. These toys.
Well, thankfully that big ass karaoke machine's on the stage, so hopefully it slows it down.
It just kind of like, it just like takes the wall in. Brick and debris falls, and as the dust settles.
Go.
Rolling over to the front door.
Yep, as the dust settles, out of the driver's seat of this truck steps down what might be considered a bear at one point in its lifetime. A Teddy Ruxpin, in fact. A Teddy Ruxpin, anybody know what that is? If you don't, it's a very old, very scary toy. Let me see if I can find one. The problem with this one, in fact, here's one on eBay that's an original with the tapes. Oh my god.
So creepy.
So creepy. If you don't know, it's a bear. It was one of the very first like automated bears, and its mouth was just like drop open as it talked, and you fed cassette tapes into its belly, where it would tell you stories and sing you songs. It was weird, but it was a very popular toy. And this is the shell of what remained of one. The head seems mostly intact, but the body, there is no furry left on it. All it is the skeletal electronic piece, and its belly is this cassette player. Billy.
He's missing the shirt.
He's missing the shirt, basically.
I think it was hidden underneath the shirt.
Billy, I need you to roll me a notice check.
While Billy's doing this, can Lobelia say a thing?
You could say anything you want, because it simply steps out. It's a fuming.
Lobelia just says, "Oh my god, it's been Teddy Ruxpinned."
The puns tonight are killing.
God.
Oh my god. Okay. So.
Not great.
A -2. You don't notice it. You don't. You can hear it like as it like moves and walks over towards all of you. Unafraid even of the appliances that are larger than it. All the toys, massive amounts of them. And the bear steps up and says, "Who are you?"
Roar! I'm dressed like a bear.
They're
I
the Wire Ripper Gang.
I extend my antenna defensively.
We're all in costumes.
We are! We are filed.
Are you toys?
Oh, this might be a
If
good
we
excuse.
say yes, what does that mean?
Join us.
And what does that mean?
Its head once again turns. Its body doesn't move 360, and it looks at the line of toys behind it. And it says, "We are the Toy Gang." And all the toys go, "Ha!" in unison. He says, "Together, we are stronger than all appliances."
This might
Then
be
we
a
are
good-
toys.
Yeah.
Good thing we're not appliances, right, guys?
Yeah, we're
Look at us.
totally toys.
I am the plus size teddy bear.
Yes, we are all animatronic.
Worked out
Toys.
very well.
I'm a Batman action figure.
All right, who's rolling the deception?
Me!
All right, whoever's got the highest deception can roll it kind of for the group.
Oh, I don't know if I have the highest. I've got +2 to deception.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Do I have a deception stat? Let me look at deception
I
stats.
don't
Maybe I'll
see
pick
what
one.
is things.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. And it basically continues to talk. It says, "Come." It begins to load them up in the truck.
Load who up?
The toys.
Oh, the other toy.
Yeah, the other toys. Yeah, the other toys begin to like load themselves into the truck and pitter patter back in. They collect pieces, and you see a few of these animated G.I. Joe type men go over, and they begin to chip away and crack open the backside of the. Nice, and a 2. Okay, they begin to crack open the backside of the karaoke machine that has been left inanimate. And
That's got my name on it.
oh, that's the little one.
I wanted to put a label.
Oh, on both of them? Okay, they start cracking it open anyways. They don't care. If you would like to stop them, you're welcome to.
Well, I think Lobelia just says that and says like, "Hey, that's got my name on it."
Oh, the soldiers like stop and turn and look. They pause a moment and then simply go back to their task of cracking it open. And the teddy bear, we'll call him Captain Teddy, is what the toys call him, steps up and puts a very cold robotic hand on Bernina's wooden leg. And then like pats and says, "You are strong, toy. Come with us."
All right, then.
And you guys have deceived them into believing you're toys. This was not how this interaction was supposed to go at all.
The fact that we were in stuffed animal, like we were in outfits, was like we just have to go with it.
Lindy sewing costumes for all this whole section.
Otherwise, this would be a combat.
Instead, it's a comedy.
It's
Perhaps we can convince them to go to the island.
Yeah, I'll go collect my things,
All
Lobelia
right.
says, and goes off behind the bar to make a Molotov cocktail.
How you hide a Molotov? Oh no! It's in one of those little tiny.
Yeah.
The little tiny
A label that says Molotov cocktail. And there's Lobelia like with a match. trying to light a match.
I love that so much. Yeah, it's a little bottle. Oh my god!
I've got
okay.
drawers if you want to sneaky stuff a few extra little bottles.
Good lord, that's funny. Okay, so that's what happens.
In the 80s, they were glass.
Yeah, that's what happens. So you make yourself a Molotov and manage to hide it pretty well. None of the toys seem to notice. It's small enough that you.
It's your accessory.
It's accessories, yeah. Your mouse-like accessory.
Explosion Action Mouse 3000.
That actually sounds like an 80s toy.
Now with labels.
With labels. Label action ability.
It has a digital screen.
So all the toys load up. Do you guys join them in the back of the truck? The bear keeps like, you hear its arms like, as it's like motioning toys into the back of the truck.
Sort of waiting to see what happens when they all get in the truck, kind of looking at my companions. Like we can get them to drive off without us.
When they all get into the truck, I'm
We're
like,
toys. Okay, everybody get in. Let's leave.
with my back to the truck, I show the group the Molotov cocktail.
Looks so big in your label hands.
I think we are still a good ways away from the shore. I think we should try to see if they can get us closer before we betray them.
What if they're going the other way?
Don't know
Which
which
direction are we going? With our gang, our new super cool gang.
Yeah, man.
I was like, the Captain Teddy simply says, "Home."
Where's home?
And at that, he like revs his foot and tears off. The toys finish pulling in the rest of the cable that was that they unattached from the box. Clearly, what they wanted, and it is a.
Is it in the direction we want?
Yes, it does seem to be deeper into town. Yes,
Convenient.
As it kind of very briskly speeds down an empty, trashy road in this deserted town on Long Island. As all of you kind of ride, because it does seem like you're going somewhere that's a bit of a distance away, it is actually a calculator, a graphing calculator, that comes up. And you see messages like feed across its screen as it begins to speak to you. And the first thing it types out simply says, "Thank you."
For what?
For freeing us.
Welcome.
What did we free you from?
From the karaoke machine.
Oh, we unplugged the karaoke machine. Gotcha. They could rev away.
That's right.
It says, "Now we have all the
That's
power
fun.
for ourselves." And it motions towards the generator in the back of the truck.
Ah, yeah.
Mikey like looks around and then looks back to the calculator. Where is home?
The calculator simply says, not far. The truck speeds down and actually through the center of this quaint town to a junkyard is the only way that can be explained. As you get closer to it, the parts, limbs, and bits of appliances of all kinds lay strewn across the ground. It doesn't go too deep into like the entrance of the junkyard before it comes to the truck comes to a resounding halt, and all the toys shift in the back and begin to kind of almost in routine exit the back of the truck and begin whatever it is that they have to do. The bear jumps out, and Captain Teddy comes around and stares at the 5 of you in the back of the truck.
I'm a lizard.
Captain Teddy says, "You are large and strangely shaped for a child's toy."
It was made for a teenager. Plus size teddy bear.
Is
13 and up.
Yeah, 13 and up. 13
I have an
and
age.
up.
Is this your home?
Custom.
This is home.
Mikey's just looking around, very uncomfortable at being in a junkyard.
Super uncomfortable. It's more, in this case, like a just stacked bodies of appliances that once were.
Well, you said we were strong toys. I suppose I could scout the perimeter.
The teddy bear goes, "No, you must first be checked for incomplete and unfunctioning parts.
Oh, I am very complete and functioning. Pristine condition.
All new toys must be scanned for incomplete and broken parts."
Scanned?
I don't like the sound of that.
This
is
very
awkward.
invasive.
This is very evasive. He says, "Come, you will meet your family."
Who's in charge here?
At that, the Teddy...
Take me to your manager, please.
The Captain Teddy stops. His head turns 180 degrees to stare at you again. Its mouth drops open and he says, "Now, only toys are in charge."
Of course, obviously.
Mikey,
Just note if there was a specific toy model or... I don't want to address them properly.
Mikey leans close to Lobelia and just goes, "So when do we make a run for it?"
Oh, we're alone in the truck now, right?
You guys are kind of in the back of the truck or near the back of it. The teddy bear is trying to coax you deeper into the junkyard.
I fit in the front of the truck. I do have drive skills.
I can try to distract the bear.
Horribly.
I'm gonna pretend to be dumb
You do
and
metal
be
very
like,
well.
"Look what I have," and throw the Molotov past the bear.
Oh my god. All right. There's a lot of activity happening. So Bernina is gonna. Are you trying to sneak around, or are you cool being seen trying to get in the back of this truck?
Please tell me you're trying to sneak. 'Cause that's
I need to see a sewing machine sneak.
trying to sneak into a truck. A truck cab to drive. And it's not just a sewing machine, it's a table.
You can't do it
cast
by
iron
yourself. Somebody's got to
machine.
put the seat back.
I know, someone's gotta put the seat back.
Mikey, can you get the seat?
Mikey can go through the little window, you know, in the back of the truck.
In the back of the truck.
If the size is adjusted.
All right.
This place is perfect.
So instead of sneaking, I'm gonna play like I'm not just coming off the back, but coming off of the side on the driver's side. Like, oh, I can just step over this, and then, oops, and then, like,
Oh my god.
myself.
All right. So
Get the
before
truck.
all these checks are made, I'm going to have Billy make one more notice check.
Uh-huh.
All right, Billy.
Come on, Billy.
All right.
Oh,
1.
A -1. That's not so great. So you don't see it with the naked eye. but your ears, your boombox ears, can't miss it. Tell us about your missing tape.
Well, there were a series of mixed love songs that sort of told a story over time. It had to do with meeting on a certain Saturday and dancing and walking on the beach. And then it really gets into a sort of a slow groove, sort of a romantic mix. It's hard to talk about it because it makes me feel some kind of way.
Well, you don't talk about it, but for some reason you're still feeling it. And it's because in the air sits a song that you know. It plays from Captain Teddy, from his cassette deck embedded in his body.
Just gotta kidnap him and get
As he walks off, he whistles not only that tune, but he whistles along with an active cassette tape. Your cassette tape.
I'm speechless, but if I had a heart, it'd be pounding. And what
My bass is thumping.
What are you playing there? What are you playing there?
Teddy bear stops and turns.
Uh-huh.
My tape.
So is that a little twinge inside? Hits me real hard. A little jealousy. I don't often get jealous. Your tape. What, did you come with that tape? Were you packaged with that tape?
No. Found my tape.
Let's see.
It finally turns its body around, and you watch as it presses a few things in its gut. And it pops open, the cassette piece pops open, and it holds it out, and you see it with the naked eye. It says...
It's my tape. Isn't it?
It is your tape. It says, mixed love songs written in black Sharpie on the front of a hot pink cassette tape. And it says, this is my love. And it can't really kiss, but it can. And it, like, puts the cassette tape to its little nose as if it kisses it. And makes a noise. And slots it back in. It makes a very strange, like, as it slots into the place, closes it back up, and hits play. And it starts...
Like, I want to do something while he has it in his hand.
Okay, what do you want to do? Yeah.
Before he goes to kiss...
Your antenna
Before he kisses my love!
I want to take my antenna
Yep.
and try to pinpoint it right through...
Perfect. I'm so glad we're all thinking the same thing. Yeah.
And rip it out of his hands.
Okay.
Jump, and that should be a good distraction for me to hop into this car.
That's why I was like, let's do this first before everybody gets super saucy. All right.
Fuzzy lips on it. I've got to get that.
His fuzzy lips on it. Yeah, you go to like, and it goes in, and so your goal is to poke it in the eye or to take it. You want to
like the cassette holes. Stick it through those a little way.
Okay.
If I can get it through there, it's in my possession.
I can just slip my antenna.
That cassette tape hole.
All right, so this is definitely a physique roll. This is kind of actually, you know what?
Is it like a fight roll?
Well, are you picking a fight?
Well, I'm making a
Fighting for his love.
Maybe you shoot. Maybe you're shooting your antenna.
Oh, you could take shoot. You could take. This is also burglary or stealing something.
Oh.
Fighting for
burglary. I would say you do fight as long as you make an attack on it. You can't just take it. You have to like hit him and take it. You got to do something fight action.
I'm probably inspired to fight. So
I would say so.
I'm going to fight.
I'm going to fight. Okay.
You can poke through the hole to take it and also hit him in his own
That's
eye.
what I was thinking. Like, you could puncture all the way through. Still take it if you want to, but you could, like, make a poke at his eyeball.
Like a stab.
Once I get inside of it and smack him with it in the face.
That works, too. Like, the far end, like, wax.
My tape.
Okay. Let's get that fight roll. I'm just going to give you this one. We're not going to... Oh, my God. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then.
Inspired by your love.
Your antenna extends farther than it has ever extended before. You didn't even know it was that long. and it pierces smack dab through the center of a cassette that you've not had your antenna in years. And as it goes through the other side of the cassette tape, it slaps this teddy bear so hard, in fact, it rips open the fabric that was left on its face, and now it droops, hanging to the side, showing very Terminator like its like skeletal like teddy structure. And you puncture kind of the brain mechanism through it, and when you pull free, there's a piece of Teddy's brain, mechanical brain, still stuck to the end of your antenna, as it's like does not compute, and it tips over backwards. Its body hits the ground.
Took him out in one antenna poke.
All of the toys stop what they're doing.
Hop in at Brar.
Brum, brum. Look at the truck, and it's a weird.
The weird bear, like, and not even facing forward. It's like sideways.
So here's where we can start making the rolls you guys wanted to make. I'm gonna simply say that you managed to get in the front if that's what you want to do, Bernina.
Yes.
What does everybody else want to do? Because your friend just killed the brand new leader of the toy army.
Hop in, let's go.
I'm making sure there's enough room for Bernina to get in. Like, I'm hopping through the little, slide window and pushing that chair back.
Push the seat back. You lay it all the way back.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure Bernina has enough room to get in. And I'm even, like, if I can do it, like, opening the door already for her.
Beautiful.
I hate to do this, nice, but what happened?
Don't worry about it right now, Vinny.
All right.
Make sure you hold the back of the truck.
It's all kind of a blur right now.
And sure enough,
nothing happened.
So do you want to toss that Molotov?
Yeah, I want to toss the Molotov to cover our escape.
To cover our escape.
And yell, "Cheese it, fancy mama!"
Good. All right, Bernina, make a drive roll.
Okay.
Everybody else, hang on. And we'll say the toss is okay, great. The truck, the bear left the keys in the ignition. And by keys, it's actually a screwdriver that somebody has jammed in.
Nice.
So it's permanently kind of in there. Your sewing machine leg with a wheel on it?
Yeah.
Runs across the top and spins that screwdriver. The truck starts up and the toys go, "Get him!" And they start like yelling.
Yes.
And they're all like running at you. Little race cars are like.
Imagine because I've got the wheels, but also because I'm momentum based, I'm just gas.
Yeah. You're trying to like gas it. All right. The truck begins lurching forward. The Molotov gets tossed, explodes, and hits a bunch of like smaller toys, maybe lights a bunch of Barbies on fire. The kind of usual things that happen within, animate toys. And you guys speed off out of this junkyard, leaving it in the dust, and the toys chase after you. A few of the race cars get a head start, and they try as they might, but they are by no means an actual truck.
So we are going to the shore, yeah?
I think that's the plan.
What direction is that?
South.
Which way is east, south?
Let's see. Who rolled
I
it?
read in the National Geographic that it is
Hold on.
like a certain kind of moss grows on
Check the glove compartment for a map.
Wait,
Did I roll direction?
That is technically I think I had that as a resources roll last time, of either being able to read the map or know the area. You could also take lore if you just know.
I have lore and
resources.
There you
resources.
go. You choose.
I have least resources.
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna do lore.
What is
Like,
what
I've heard.
metal scrap is in this car? Like,
There's
I don't know,
lot
is
in
there-
the back.
or okay, cool.
Yeah, so
look,
everything from like wire to like chunks of
Okay.
steel.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go fish out of the back of the cab a small haircut scissors, and I go, guys, don't worry, I got this. And I sit in the front seat, or maybe the center console.
Yeah, center console.
And I put it on I kind of like toss it with my arm onto the wheel, of my I don't know. I don't know the wheel of the record machine.
Yeah, the cylinder piece.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I have it there, and I go, okay, hold on. All right, stop the car.
I think it's this one.
Okay,
Great.
yep. All right. Oh, okay. Well, then I reset because I lose the scissors. So
The life of an appliance.
and then I go, all right, hold on. Is it doing it? And then you guys see the scissors start
like a compass?
Yeah, they start to move around the outside of the wheel as it starts to focus on the north.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great, yeah, that's fantastic. I won't even make you roll a craft because it would just happen. That's great. So we'll say between your lore, which you remember coming in on this road years and years ago when you were shipped into this house the very first time. And you were shipped in on a boat, so you would know that you're headed in the right direction for the coastline.
Important.
You didn't ship things by airplane in 1904, let me tell you that.
No. And with the additional help of this makeshift compass, made out of rusty barber scissors, you guys begin your travels towards the coastline at a pretty rapid pace, just in time for the sun to begin to set. And you know what? What time is it?
That's what looked at this car. It looks like there's a bear and a frilled lizard in the front seat.
Yeah, it's basically a bear, a lizard, a bat, a mouse, and a cat. Did I get that right? We're like a children's book.
Yep. This is Homeward Bound, the weird version.
Lay us out, Billy.
Yeah, right.
Wait, say that again? I missed that, Billy.
I need to place my cassette inside my right tape deck.
You slot that cassette right on in, and it clicks closed, and you have not felt so whole in a long time. What song plays, Billy, from your speakers as you guys race down the empty asphalt roads towards the coastline?
It's If It Isn't Love by New Edition. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way inside?
So perfect. And it blasts out as this rusty, dusty truck races towards the coastline with a few days actually to spare before this rubbish refuge comes scratching up Long Island. That is, in fact, where we're going to end. That is so perfect. What a cute little episode. Thank you guys for hanging late, and thank you all for letting this be a rebroadcast since my internet is just the worst. It's just the worst. So let's quickly go around to cast, and let's introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, I guess, again, and where we can find you online and all the many things you guys do, because this is a super busy crew. They put me to shame, and that says something. And let's go backwards this time. Mad Gamer Mag.
Mad Gamer Mag, that's me. Also known as Angel. That's also me. And I'm only doing a few games on Twitch these days. I have a Monday stream on Wizard Rex. And I'm doing this lovely game with you lovely people. But I have a lot of tabletop games. I'm doing another tomorrow. I think this will be my 5th this month already. Super excited.
Wow.
Outside of that, I'm just on Twitter trying to connect people and inspire some imagination. And I'm there almost all day long.
Awesome. And across the way, Kika.
Hey, I'm Kika. You can find me mostly on Twitter, on twitter.com/KikaVO. My shows that I'm on are tomorrow morning. I have Secrets of Castle Greyhawk on the Greyhawk channel. In the evening, I am on Tales from the Grim for their Dungeon of the Mad Mage stream. On Sundays, you can find me on Soul Bear RPG for the Shattered Eye, and Wednesday, I'm here again.
You are. Awesome. Yeah, busy, good stuff. And next up, I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at my screen anymore. Oh, Katie.
Yeah, I'm Katie. You can find me on Twitter at KatieFace. I have a schedule pinned. It's not updated. I have some changes that are coming up with a lot of a couple of announced games that haven't been added, or games that haven't been announced yet, because on Off the Table, we're slow and never do anything when we say we're going to do it.
All right.
We've never been on time. But you can find me there playing D&D sometimes. I also I'm going to be playing on Last for the Awful Sea. Also going to be in a couple of unannounced games so far. I run on Friday evenings. I'm either playing John Harper's Lady Blackbird, or I'm the keeper for Monster of the Week. On Tuesdays, I'm on Greyhawk channel playing D&D. On Wednesdays, I am on Pro Starters channel during the day playing Deadlands. Then I'm here. Thursdays, I run D&D viewer games on Scraticus's channel. Thursday night, starting tomorrow on my channel, be starting a campaign of Witch Quest that I'm very excited for. Tuesdays on my channel, also a campaign of Masks. Oh God, I do so much and I hate it. It's so much stuff. Oh, also I'm part of a actual play Monster Hearts 2 podcast on Off the Table. You can find it on iTunes and Spotify, and also SoundCloud. It's called Tabled Hearts. It's very fun. We just released session 11, I believe, a couple of week ago. I think my new session might come out this weekend or next weekend. I'm not sure. But yeah, just Twitter is where you will find me doing way too much stuff.
Okay, so Twitter's where we find Katie too busy to Twitter.
Too busy.
Awesome. Myth.
Man, that was so much fun. Hi, I've still got the reverb on. Hi, I'm Myth. I had a lot of fun today. I still can't believe that we ended up being stuffed animals for these toys.
I can't believe that's what happened.
This is so good. Are you toys? Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. If you're toys, we're toys.
Right. That was so good. But man, oh man, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, you can find me over at my channel. I stream throughout the week. I do a lot of role playing within video games, very LARP style, but in video games. And also kind of cinematic. I like to think that. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. Come check it out or not. Doesn't matter. You can follow me on Twitter as well at twitter.com/mythomatic for any updates as well. And thank you guys once again for being here watching. And thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. And last but certainly not least, Laugh Love Lindy.
Hi, I'm Laugh Love Lindy, and you can find me on all the social medias, Twitch, Twitter, etc. at Laugh Love Lindy. I play in about a dozen /DM about a dozen tabletop RPGs throughout the week. I generally post or at least retweet on Twitter when those are happening that I'm in. But the one I'm super duper plugging this week is Saturday morning from 9:30 to 11:30 Eastern on my channel. We are doing episode 3 of Teenagers from Outer Space. It's our prom episode. I am super mega hyped for that.
That's exciting.
So that's one I'm really pushing right now because it's gonna be so good. And then I believe it's this Sunday. What is this Sunday? Is this Sunday the 27th, or am I just crazy?
It is the 27th.
Okay. On the WebDM's channel, we are doing the premiere episode of The Lost Girls as well, where we're playing in Cypher System, and we're all vampires, and it's going to be super fun. We're working on
building I saw that on Twitter.
It's so cool. So that, and then as always, Mists of Ravenloft spooky old first and second edition Ravenloft games on my channel every Tuesday evening. So
very cool. So much cool stuff. Well, I'm Little Red Dot, and I also play a ton of tabletop RPGs. This is one of the many ones that I do during the week, but I actually spent today looking at my schedule for the next 4 months. I have so many exciting things. One, I'm going to be kind of going full-time for a while here on this channel. Also playing a lot of role-playing video games and making weird voices, and sometimes if you show up on time, I'll recite Shakespeare to you. So come hang out during the day while I do these crazy things by myself and attempt not to starve. Okay, and when I'm not doing that, I do play a lot of tabletop RPGs. I like to give a chance for indie games and game designers to have their stuff seen. I'm really excited about the next one. I'm going to be skipping the month of February, but for good reason. I'll be joining a very special campaign I can't talk about yet in place of that. But come March, I will have a brand new indie game that has just actually left Kickstarter and was well funded. We're going to be playing here. Those announcements will be coming out soon. And this Sunday, right here, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, is D&D Sunday Fun Days. This will be the first one where we've had open community signups. So drop by. We're going to be playing a few hours of Dungeons and Dragons, and I will be drinking my body weight in mimosas from a jug that says Sunday Fun Day. True story. Like a classy lady.
Yeah, vitamin.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other places you can check me out, including Nerd Immersion, the North by Northwest podcast. Tuesday nights you can catch me over on Unmade Gaming's channel playing through Emberwind. Right? Yeah, that's what it's called. We just started it. It's a pretty cool brand new game. Hang on, I got it right here. Emberwind. And Thursdays are kind of my day off, surprise, until next week when I launch a brand new game over on Pro Restarter's channel called The Little Things. So you can tune in for that, where everybody's going to be starting as 0 level characters, where only your race is starting, and they are children, adolescents in Faerun, and they actually have to start their kind of Zelda-like adventure, grabbing their weapon, picking their class, and actually becoming adventurers to save the day. Yeah, it's gonna be so cute. And then on the weekends you can catch me over on Roll For It's channel, where I play in a Vampire the Masquerade campaign that I've become stupidly obsessed with, and we should all be terribly worried. Okay. There's all the many things that I do. You can check my schedule below and join all of us over on Twitter, where it seems for all of us to be active. You can check our handles right there below our faces on the screen, and see all the many things that we're doing. If you tuned in for this, we greatly appreciate it. When you support tabletop games, players, gamers, and designers just like us can make more of them. And we keep the community sustainable. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. And we'll be back next week with better internet. With better internet. I swears it, or I'm going to burn Comcast to the ground. For Fate of the Appliance Wars at 7 p.m. right here on my channel. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.